What is up, summoners? It's Half-Tilt here with another video, and today we are back with episode 8 of the Beginner's Account Free-to-Play series. We've had a big week, folks. We've had a really big week. We got a lot of experience farming done. We have made some pretty big gains. I'm actually quite impressed. If you guys remember in the last episode, we pushed in TOA. We got stuck at floor 30 as I predicted. So we're going to try and push beyond that today. I'm hoping to at least get to level 40 today. That would be huge, especially if we can actually conquer that one. Let me know in the comments below what floor you think we will reach in this video. But let's go over a quick recap and see where we are at. So the whole new rune management system and everything is out now. Doesn't really mean a huge difference to us. Boom, we just got an LD scroll from our returning user exclusive gift. We have now acquired all of those, which is pretty awesome. So we're gonna have some good summons at the end of this video today too. So make sure you stay tuned, and we will get to those after our TOA push. We just want to make sure we get all the scrolls we can, right? Oh, we got our Inferno from challenges here. So we got a lot of challenges done in the last few days as well. We're just going to go ahead and collect this energy because you never know. One of these days, as you guys can probably see, we've made some pretty good headway on the amount of energy that we had saved up. And I've been acquiring energy almost daily as well. I've been playing most days. I don't get a chance to play a lot every day, but we get to play a little bit. And we've made some really good progress. So we'll go do a couple quick secretary things here. Secretary. We'll do a couple quick secretary things here. Make sure we collect all the free stuff that we can. And then we'll get right into it. Alright. So nothing good from the wish, which is normal. I haven't done any summons since the last video. Okay, guys? I'm saving them up to do all those on video. So we have acquired a few. Alright, we have acquired a few. Let's go have a quick look at some of the things that we have done. So, as you guys know, obviously we're in the guild. The guild isn't doing too much right now. We're still slugging away trying to push for level 10 here. And we've got a lot of social points, so maybe we'll use some of those to do some summons for our daily achievement. But let's go have a look here. So, we've got our Lapis max 6-star, okay? We've got Abigail max 5-star. As you can see, we've got a full plus 15 Vampire Revenge rune set on her. That came from completing the Charuka Remains, the very last stage in the scenario on the normal or easy difficulty, whatever the first difficulty is that you go through. By completing that campaign for the first time, you get this set of runes, this entire 5 set of runes, or 6 set rather, already plus 15, ready to go. So we can now clear, she can solo Fame on Hell on floor stage 1. So we have an efficient farmer now. She does it in pretty decent time, so pretty happy with that. Our Abigail, we've made her pretty strong. We took some of the old runes that we had on the Lapis and put them on her. So she is pretty strong right now. And we're actually going to go ahead and we got to do a couple rune power-ups for the day. So we may as well put a couple more on her and make her even stronger. As you can see, beside the Abigail there, we'll just do the 3 for now because I don't want to spend a ton of time or mana on that right now. We also got the Fran, guys. We got a Fran. She's pretty quick, okay? We've made her decently fast for where we're at in the game. We managed to get attack and HP runes on her as well. And we got this nice gem of rune. I can't remember where we got it from. It didn't roll into speed, unfortunately. It got a lot of flat attack rolls and a couple HP % rolls, which is nice. So it's made our Fran pretty decent. But she is absolutely nutty for us. We've got a couple skill ups into her. You know, and we just buy the 2-star wind fairies whenever we see them pop up in the shop. We'll buy those, and those are great skill ups for her. As you can see, we've also max 4-starred a whole bunch of monsters here. These are monsters that we will well, with the exception of this one and maybe this one, we might not build these two. We'll kind of see where we're sitting after these summons as we push into making our GB10 team. That is kind of our next main focus, is building a GB10 team. Lapis is mostly there for farming. Fran and Abigail both could be used in GB10 as well as other areas. Bernard as well can be used in there. Orochi here, he could be used in GB10. We also awakened him. We managed to awaken him. We awakened our Ryoka last night. And we got all these awakened as well. So we're looking pretty good. As you can see here, I've got a bunch of Inugamis that I max 3-starred. I max 3-starred a lot of monsters with the XP boosters. We got a Megan as well. She will replace our Shannon here. Our Shannon will be basically useless for us. But yeah, we've got a lot of food. This guy does not need to be locked. I'm pretty sure we already have one in storage. I moved a lot of my fusion material monsters into storage, and that's going to be our alternative focus as well. Is as we're leveling up monsters, we're going to be leveling stuff up for fusion reasons to try to infuse the Sigmarus. But we also want to 5-star this Roke, because Roke, especially once you second awaken him, is a very strong unit and will certainly benefit us in early games. So he will be getting a 5-star once we evolve these two monsters as well, and those will count towards his skill ups. So as you can see, we've already put a couple skill ups into him, but he needs a few more. He needs one there, and oh, look at that. He needs 4 more skill ups. That is perfect. We have 4 more Inugamis. After that, any Inugamis we get, we'll save them up for a Crow or Belladon skill ups. So that's kind of where we're at monster wise. So we're looking pretty good there, I would say, right now. We've been doing fairly well with our glory points as well. I've been using up my wings when we can get them, and you'll notice we even have our first totem. This is the Sky Tribe totem. It increases the speed of your monsters. And remember, guys, these glory totems, they count for all of your monsters in every aspect of the game. There is no place in the game where these bonuses don't take effect, whether it's dungeons or arena, guild content, RTA, everywhere. These bonuses are alive, so you want to prioritize them, right? We get the Devilmon, okay, and then the rest of the points go towards these towers. So we've already bought the Sky Tribe totem. You can see it's pretty expensive. It is the most expensive tower to upgrade. So we're not going to buy the level 2 upgrade of this quite yet. We're going to go after the level 1s here as well to increase those. So the Ancient Sword will go after for a global attack. Crystal Altar is HP. Fallen Ancient Keeper is crit damage. And if we go all the way back here, it's a little out of order. The Guardstone is your defense. The Elemental Sanctuaries, they increase attack, but only for that specific element. So I wouldn't really prioritize those. You know, you can get the first couple levels of them fairly early on, but after that, I would wait until you've maxed all of the other towers before you bother to really push into these towers. And we'll go from there. We can also look at getting like the Mysterious Plant in time. These mana fountains, they're not necessary. They don't add a ton of extra value. The Sanctum of Energy can be really good, as well as the Mysterious Plant, because they increase your energy cap and how quickly it replenishes. So once we kind of burn off this backlog of energy here, that is going to be something that's a little bit, you know, more important, a little more serious to us. But let's go have a look. So we've got some summons. So we've got 2 LD scrolls to do. We've got 1 of each elemental scroll. We've got 14 mystics. And our exclusive summons, we're still saving these. We're still saving these for this rotation in 2 weeks with Lucian. Unless, of course, we pull a Lucian ahead of time. We also wouldn't mind having the Susano, because he is used for fusion for the Sigmarus. So that would actually be really big for that. So yeah, that's what we're going to do there. We'll do a quick couple summons. Ooh, we got a Water Giant Warrior. We'll actually hold on to that guy probably for skill ups. We may as well do one more round. Depending where you're at in the game with your energy, you can also use these social points. 500 points, you can cash in for 20 energy as well. So they can be very valuable for that. And I would almost recommend prioritizing that when you are able to. Alright, so again, we're not really doing too much with the way of fusion monsters because we don't want to waste them. Okay, so these are all fusion monsters down here now. We don't want to waste those guys, so that is fine. This guy is really easy to come across. He's he drops in Famon Hell, or just in any Famon really. So he's really easy to come across if we need one. So I'm not too worried about feeding him, to be honest. Like I say, maybe we want to keep the Giant Warrior for Skogul skill ups, if and when we get a Skogul. But maybe for now, that's alright. He's a 3-star. Easy enough to come across, right? So we just need to evolve one more of these guys, and then we can evolve our Fire Inugami. So that'll be something we're looking to do very soon as well here. We need more 2-star monsters to evolve. So what we're going to do is we're going to just skill up one of these guys. Or not skill up, but level them up, rather. We might even have enough 1-stars here to get him level. Oh, not quite. We could summon a couple. We could summon a few more, and we could probably actually make this work right now. But we still won't have enough 3-stars to push, so that is okay. We'll come back to that at a later time. We'll collect these. All right. Now, so you saw where we're at with glory points. You saw where we're at with our monsters right now and some of our runes. We got kind of our future progress lined up here in that we want to push into making GB10 team as well as Sigmar's fusion as soon as we can. The only reason I'm kind of leaning towards building Orochi at least to a 5-star right now is for that wind element advantage, because Giants B10 is a water element dungeon. So fire monsters don't really do us much good in there. There are a couple fire monsters that do shine in there, but they're very specific ones, and we don't have them yet. Maybe one day we will. One of them is a 4-star. It's Hua, the fire Rakshasa. She's got an ability, passive ability, where she pushes enemy attack bar back. So she can basically keep the giant from really ever getting a turn. He'll just do his counter attack. Lauren does the same thing, the light cowgirl. So if we can get her, and she does it better, as well as she applies a defense break. But because she's a light monster, she doesn't have element disadvantage in there, or anywhere. So, yeah. And look at that, we also currently only have one rival left to unlock. We are account level 26. I think around account level 30 we will unlock that guy. Maybe sooner, maybe later. I don't know for sure. But let's go and do a couple quick dungeon runs here. We'll see where we're at. Maybe we'll get a better thing. We've unlocked the world boss. So after we cleared the Chiruka remains, we then opened the dimensional hole. The dimensional hole is a place where you can spend, I think it's 20 or 30 energy to do it on normal or hard mode. You can take 6 monsters, I believe, or 5 monsters with you. No friend monsters allowed. But once you clear that, it gives you boosted experience and mana. It's not quite as much experience and mana as you would get from doing Fame and Hell and spending that same amount of energy. But it's a very good way to do it. If you've got lots of energy and little time, then this can be really good. You can do a maximum of 10. As you can see, there's dimensional crystals. We get 10 out of 10. You get 3 every day from your daily login or daily mission. Just given to you. You don't have to do anything to earn them. They're just given. You can also purchase them with crystals, refills. But you can come in and do this. You earn large amounts of mana and XP. But like I said, to spend 30 energy doing that with one run, or 30 energy here and do the 6 runs, you'll get, in the end, more experience and more mana out of doing the Feymon Hell. So if you have the time, this is the more efficient way to do it. If you don't have the time, then well, so be it. You do the other one. Okay, so we can do B7 here probably just fine. So we'll go rock this out real quick. We'll just do these dungeons, see if we get anything special, and then we're going to push into TOA. Mostly I want to do the Giants run, so we can see if we can get anything there. We should cover our challenges. Where we got to with our challenges. We got a lot done this week. We actually finished one of the sections. We cleared Giants B7 on auto mode without any friends' help, which is pretty awesome. Pretty big for us. What else did we do? We made some steps in the fusion one. So we actually have to find a secret dungeon now. Is I think the next step we have to do there. And then we get the Dark Yeti, which is a monster that's required as part of fusion material for the Dark Ifrit, Veramos. It can only be acquired through summoning or through secret dungeon itself. So, if we get it through a challenge instead, that makes it much, much easier to go after. I did try to get into some Cowgirl dungeons during the light rotations this weekend, but we were unsuccessful with that when we did have chances to play. It's unfortunate, but hopefully this weekend we will be able to do that. All right, with a new best time as well. That is very special. We'll just do B6 for a quick clear here. We don't need anything too crazy. We're starting to stockpile some essences, especially mid-level essences, which is nice. Low is actually the one that we're lowest on in most cases and in need of. So doing the lower levels isn't hurting us at anything right now. If anything, it's helping us. But we don't have anything that we really, really need to awaken at this moment. The fusion material monsters all need to be awakened before they can be fused into their next level. So stockpiling a few essences for that will be kind of what we're really wanting to do. Let's try a B7 here. I know we can't do the B8 yet. I believe it's a wind element, which is by far our weakest because water is definitely our strongest element on this account right now. But as you can see here, we're actually holding decent damage in here. But usually when we get to the boss on this stage, it's a little more challenging. Ooh, someone just got a Lightning Emperor. Congrats on your Odin. He is a very strong monster when used or paired up well. Alright, no defense break to open and no attack buff to open. Hopefully, there's the attack buff. We get some dots on there. Those dots are actually really helping us from Orochi. So I've got actually a crit rate rune on his slot 4 right now because he applies dots based on getting crits on his 3rd skill, which he can hit up to 6 times, up to 6 dots. That's 30% of your max HP. That will go away. So he's actually quite strong that way. All right, so that is our Giants B7. So as you can, that was probably one of our smoothest Giants B7 runs that I've seen so far. This is not really a good rune at all. That is unfortunate. So we still have to show off our friendship. That I can do later. Let's have a quick look at where we're at for challenges, and then we can push into TOA. So as you can see, we're almost done this one. We have to clear a second awakening dungeon, which I haven't bothered to do yet. I know we can go do it, but 120 crystals, it's like, it's not going to make a difference to us right now. Maybe we'll do that today. Just jump in there, clear the first level, which I'm sure we should be able to do, and we'll get the 120 crystals. Maybe we'll do a premium pack later. I don't know. The Devilmon, this guy is next. but I'm pretty sure we have to actually fully second awaken a monster. This is going to take some time, especially since we'll only be able to clear maybe floor 1 or 2 of the second awaken dungeon. It takes a lot of runs, and being that you only regenerate 12 energy a day, that will take time. So Monster Training 101, we got a ways to go there before it's done. We'll get there. Fast leveling strategies. You can see we finished this. This is where we got one of those LD scrolls. Basically, we were able to clear Hell floor 1 with just Lapis after we got her up to max level. So that is where one of those LD scrolls came from. Looks like we actually finished 2 of these. My apologies, I forgot. We finished this one as well. Awaken a default 4-star plus monster. We did that with the Abigail and the Orochi. So that's done. Fuse monsters. This is where now we have to open a secret dungeon, and then we get the Dark Yeti there. After that, we have to fuse these 3 monsters to get bonuses. I'll be honest, that's probably a little ways away. And then finally is fuse Ifrit. From what I remember, the violent runes you get here are nothing crazy amazing. They're a support set, they're not a damage set, and they're nothing super powerful, super strong. So like I say, Dark Ifrit is not in our immediate future, so that fuse monsters section 5 is kind of going to be on hold for a little bit for us. Giant's Keep, the next one is to clear the Giant's Keep with all 5 of your monsters being 5-starred. Hopefully we can get there soon. The other one is to clear it with all 5 of your monsters having 10,000 or more total HP. So again, we'll get there as we're leveling things up and starting to build a Giants B10 team. That will just happen organically that way. Then we will be able to clear the 7th floor. We get another Devilmon. Then we do it on auto mode without friends' help. And then finally we clear 10th floor on auto. So a bit of time there. Once we do that, we will then get to unlock the To the Top, which is a TOA based challenge. So we're making really good progress there. But without further ado, let's go and see if we have done enough here. Okay, we're going to bring our Fran in here. And I don't think I put any runes on Roke yet. So we'll bring Orochi in for now. We very well might put his runes on Roke at some point, especially once he's 5-starred, because his base stats and everything will just be significantly higher. So let's see how we do here. We'll auto it. I expect we should be able to beat it because we are significantly stronger than where we were last week. As you can see, we're making pretty short work of these teams that were a little bit harder to take down for us last time. Remember, we weren't doing a ton of damage to them, and yeah. So maybe we'll get to floor 40. Maybe we'll even get past that. We'll see. But clearly, okay, go away. What the heck? What is going on? Silly iPad. Alright, so there's another mystical scroll. That's another summon for us to do at the end of this video. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. We're making good progress. For the amount of time that has gone into this account, I think you can do things pretty darn quick. Unfortunately, our days played, when you look at our record, is going to be largely inaccurate of the progression on this account, just because of all the days that we didn't play. Between those first 6 episodes that we did, we weren't playing between episodes, and sometimes we were going more than a week, unfortunately. Especially after the first episode, we went probably like 2 months before we did the second one. So yeah, there's a lot of time there that we weren't playing the game. So that won't be a super accurate representation if we had to go back and look at that of our time played. I would say around episode 6 is when we really started to seriously play this game. And even then, I still haven't been able to play every day. Well, now, yeah, we're I feel like we might even beat floor 40. I don't think we'll quite clear floor 50. That would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. But for those of you that don't know, our TOA resets in, I think, tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Server time. So to get and push this as far as we can today is probably going to be our last foray into TOA until after it resets. So we want to try to go as far as we can tonight. Make sure that we're getting all the rewards we can before it resets. Now the rewards don't change when TOA resets. The floors and the monsters that you see on various stages will change. But the rewards are always the same. So very predictable that way. And because the monsters and whatnot can change from stage to stage per reset, you might kind of hit a roadblock earlier or later than where you did in the previous reset because of that, right? There might be easier boss stages or harder boss stages. Having said that, the boss stages and all these floors, they typically have the same pairings of monsters. They'll just be in different orders and at different stages. And obviously, if you fight a really strong monster at a really high stage, it's going to be a lot harder than fighting an easy monster at a really strong stage, right? So it comes down to there are some monsters that we're still missing that we need to farm and get, such as Lauren, that will really help us to shine in some of those later stages. But we're not quite strong enough to push into those ones anyway, so we have time. I would really, really like to, in the next reset, the next rotation, because it's good for 30 days before it resets again, we should be able to clear up to and including floor 70. So we really want to try and make a push for that Devilmon. So that is the hope, is that we will get to floor 70 during the next reset. And I think it's very achievable. It's very, very achievable, especially if we're pushing for a GB10 team. If we can get a GB10 team in that time, which I expect we will be able to, then we shouldn't have any problem clearing up to floor 70, possibly even higher here in TOA. But we want to get that Devilmon. We really, really want to get that Devilmon. Depending how far we push, it might even be worthwhile to try pushing a little bit in TOA hard. You don't have to clear TOA normal in order to do TOA hard. You can do TOA hard before you even touch TOA normal if you want. You probably won't get anywhere near as far in hard as you do in normal until you're basically at a point where you can clear both. But the rewards, again, they're the same rewards. So, if you can push up to floor 20, floor 30, you can get those extra rewards along the way, as well as the summoning stones in between. Uh-oh, they killed our Fran. There goes our heals. There goes our heals. And our Lapis is about to go down. That's not good. That's not... Oh, she got a little bit of health back there, but not quite enough. But we should be okay. Alright, so I don't know. We might not even get to floor 40 here. We'll see. We'll see. We might have to start manualing soon. Ooh, all wind monsters. Okay. We might have to manual this stage just because of the elemental disadvantage here. We want to make sure that we're going in with as many advantages as possible into that battle. So one thing you'll notice that I do, and I recommend you do this, when you're when you're manualing stages, is don't use skills unnecessarily. You want to be able to save your cooldowns to be available in the tougher stages. So you'll notice right now we're not going to really have much in the way of some cooldowns from, say, Fran and whatnot, and we're not going to use some of our bigger ones that we're going to want to start with in other stages, right? So we will... Can we get a kill? Not quite. We got greedy. We got a little greedy there going for the kill. These guys doing their cleanses and everything. Okay, let's decrease his attack. He'll counter, that's fine. He'll counter, that's fine. We're not in any danger of losing this stage at this time, but we want to make sure. Okay, let's kill this guy while we can. want to make sure we're saving our cooldowns as much as possible here for the final stage, because we're going to need them. Alright, what we might end up doing here is I think we're going to throw a heal here on Abigail. And we should get a kill here. This one has a 2-turn cooldown, so we can do that. It'll be on 1-turn cooldown right now. We do the AoE ability with her. She gets all that attack bar and everything back. I think we'll do this one. No, we'll do this one to decrease their attack bar, if we can a little bit. Okay, so we got rid of their heals, which is really good. And that guy is almost... Okay. Not good, not good. So let's try and lower some attack powers here. We're going to go ahead and hit this guy, which should kill the other one. And maybe we'll get a kill there. Lower this attack bar, or attack power, break it. Get some defense breaks? Nope. Okay, but we're okay. We're okay. We can auto from here. We'll be fine. But I wanted to make sure that we went in there with as much advantage as possible to, well, be successful, right? All right, here we go. Floor 35 done. Another 20 crystals. Very nice. All right, we got a bomber stage here. So this is where having a monster like Fran is really nice, is in these bombers. Is, you know, maybe an auto it won't be amazing. We'll see. But she's got the 2-turn immunity that you can put up. So you can basically block the bombs from going on you, which is the main part of their damage from a bomber unit. Yeah, it's amazing when we're not fighting all wind monsters that are somewhat defensive, what we can do. Damage-wise. Clear stages pretty quick and easy. There we go. So we got our 2-turn immunity up. So if they were to try and launch bombs right now, yes, the dark one has a AoE strip. That was a recent buff, somewhat recent buff to him. So he has an AoE strip that can also silence. A little gross, All right, not too much trouble. So what this kind of points out to me, I can't remember what boss is at stage 40, but it might be the Sierra boss, which is, she drops bombs like crazy and they hit really, really hard. It's basically a dead monster when one of her bombs go off. So you need to attack break her, keep her attack broken as much as possible, as well as try and keep your immunity up from Fran. And make sure that at no point are you without an attack break on her and without immunity, because that's basically a recipe for disaster. For those of you that don't know, Sierra has her 3rd skill will immediately detonate all bombs on all enemies. And she's paired with bombers, of course. So if they all put out bombs on everything, and then she goes in, drops her bomb somewhere, and then blows up everything, you can lose your entire team in one go. So we do have to be cautious if that's the case. But first we have to get there. Will we be able to beat her? Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. Because we're hitting that kind of power level that we were in the last video as we were approaching floor 30. We're kind of starting to see the same decrease in our damage in terms of HP percentage. So we'll see. We're much better equipped now. I mean, we got better skills. Everything's awoken. So it should be better. Should absolutely be better. You know, we've got Fran being a major healer over the Elucia that we had previously. That should be a dead. Late Kung Fu Girl. Very good. Okay, so that's not bad. That's not bad. We're pushing through these stages still decently quick. Doing, I think, more damage than what we were doing, let's say, floor 28 last week. So we might have a chance. Ooh, we're about to lose our Orochi, though. If those suitors get another turn, which they will not. Anytime I see the Lapis using her third skill, I'm pretty happy. I know she's going to do lay a hurting down. Good, no strip. You can't sleep me because I got the immunities. Big old heal from Fran. So Fran's heal is actually based off of her attack power, which is why you may have noticed that when I were going through the runes, we had an HP percent and an attack percent on her. Plus, we're running the attack percent lead in TOA, so not only does it make our heals stronger, but it also increases all our damage. So that's why she's able to heal so much. And her HP is kind of low, so, you know. A mediocre heal looks pretty huge when you got a mediocre HP pool, right? That was a really nice clear. That Lapis cleared that whole wave with one skill under the attack buff. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Fortunately, we got revives coming. Now we got everybody back. Everybody should go away. Well, almost everybody. Beautiful. Oh, stripped everything. Stripped everything. All right, well, they lose their immunity buff from Velajewel. Now we just have to kill this wind monster. And then it's floor 40, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know who we're going to see as a boss here. I really don't. But I feel like, we might not be able to auto it, but I feel like we'll be able to beat it. Chiwu. Okay. Chiwu recently got a buff. Now, this is the downside. People want buffs on monsters to help out the monsters that they have, primarily for use in RTA. But in other areas of the game too, you get a good monster, or you get a rare monster, and it's not overly strong. You're like, oh, well, it's kind of like salt. It's a little salty a bit, right? So Chiwu got a buff recently. The converse side of all that is, those monsters in TOA are also buffed, or nerfed in the cases where monsters are nerfed. But it can definitely make for interesting stage clears, especially if your account is not just in there just nuking everything down. All right, moment of truth. Let's see what happens. Ooh, I was really hoping we had a skill 3 available there. Okay, Chiwu derped. He didn't use his skill 3, but he did do a lot of damage to that Bernard. Granted, that Bernard's only 4-star. Yeah, so we might lose this. We might have to come back and try it on manual mode. I did want to try and auto it first off, just to see how we would do. But, yeah, not so great. We do need a couple more 5-star monsters to really get the base stats up to where they're going to be a little more useful. All right, we'll end out of this. We'll try it one more time on manual mode and see if we have better luck. If not, then maybe that's as far as we get. I might be able to do a little bit of farming tonight. We'll see. Not overly optimistic on that, though. And we'll go from there. But next rotation, we're really going to be pushing for that floor 70 clear, I think. Alright, so we want to attack break one of those and one of those. Focusing the winds because the waters, we should be able to put a pretty good hurting on here. Let's try this skill. And you know what, let's take this one out. There we go. Alright, easy. Easy enough, right? Easy enough. And this way we'll have all our abilities, everything ready to go for the boss fight here. And that's ultimately what we want to do. So we're going to do this, and we'll do this. Now can we pull some attack bar back? We didn't pull any attack bar back on the Chiwu. Hopefully we do here. Good, we did there. Can we get some crits? Nothing. All right, defense breaks, nothing. Attack breaks, well, at least we got that. No defense break there. So now there's going to be some big buffs coming out and possible heals. Can we get nothing there? So as you can see, there's also an anti-crit buff on here now, which is going to make her sweet. We got the attack bar pushback there, which is nice. And there as well. There's a big heal. We got the attack bar pushback there. So we're getting some attack bar pushbacks, which is that is honestly a huge strategy to beating a lot of these bosses. I mean, if they don't get a turn, then it's not so bad, right? The real question, oh there, now we get a defense break. Let's do this. Let's do this. Can we get Lapis another turn here right quick before anything else really gets to go? Okay, they got the shield up, so we have to punch through that now. Good. Okay, so we got one Megan down. That's always good, I guess. Oh, and I got the heal. We might, as long as our Fran and our Lapis are still alive, we have a chance. We have a chance. We'll keep the Bernard up because, well, there we go. He was drawing attention. That's the big thing. He was drawing attention, right? Let's do this. No attack break, darn. That counter was really nice. Let's do this. We need to get that health back up a little bit. Okay, Fran's not quite dead, which is good. Can we get the kill? We got it! We got it. Right on. All right, extra 100 gems right there. 100 crystals. Okay, well, we'll keep going. We're going to auto these stages because given how hard that was just stat-wise, why we almost lost that, we know we're not clearing 450. There's no way. There's no way we're clearing 450 or floor 50. So that's all right. That's all right, folks. This is really good progression. This is our first couple ties into TOA. As soon as we had it available on the account, pretty much. I'm not at all disappointed with how well we've done. This is pretty good progress. Pretty good progress. So looks like we've already lost our Orochi here, so we might not make it very far. You know, if we can make it to floor 45, cool, because we get a few more crystals. If not, hey, every summoning stone adds up, right? Like I say, our Orochi is definitely a weak link right now. And we need to start focusing on building some other 5-star monsters and getting a Sigmar's fusion in. Sigmar's will be a part of our GB10 team, as well as part of DB10 once we decide to go that far. But we want to get up to GB10 team, and then it's just starting to farm like crazy. Wherever we can make other progression, great, but it's going to be a lot of farming runes. We want to get those Swift runes, Despair runes, Fatal runes, Blade runes, a lot of good things that we can get out of Giants B10 and start to really build teams and turn orders and, you know, focus a few things like that. So we'll see here. And if we can get a Lucian in that stone rotation in a couple weeks, we'll be laughing. We'll be laughing real good. And we're going to have a good chunk of stones. As you guys saw, we were already over 700 stones saved up. By the time that rotation comes around, I wouldn't be surprised to see us pushing 1,000. Especially with this current event going on right now, the Valentine's event. There's a lot of summoning stones to be gained in there. And that's kind of been my priority, both on my main account and this account, is getting those summoning stones, because I want targeted summons. There's things that I need on my main account. I need skill ups for things. So, yeah, we're kind of hitting that wall here. And I'll be lying, guys, I'm itching to get into these summons. I've been itching to get into these summons all week that we've been saving up. The second you see an LD scroll show up, it's like, okay, I want to summon this. I really want to summon it. It is hard to save summons. If you can, awesome. If you guys are saving your summons and you want to do them, there's a lot of streamers on Twitch, myself included, that will love to summon them on stream for you for an audience. So come find us on Twitch, twitch.tv/halftiltgamer. Hit me up, shoot me an email, and we can do your summons live on stream for everyone to see. We can even take that and put it up here on YouTube as well, if especially if things go really well, or if it's a large session. You know, I'd say anything over 30 scrolls, I'm happy to do it, log in and do it on stream for you. So hit me up, let me know. Always fun to do. Summons is one of the most exciting and hype things to do in this game, and to do it in front of an audience for a whole bunch of people to see it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Island Growing has basically made a career out of doing summons for people, and it's a lot of fun to watch him do it. He gets some pretty good luck at times too. He gets some pretty insane luck at times, and it's really hype. If you're ever in his stream, check him out. But all the big summoners, Jubagel does Saturday morning summons. Ton of fun to watch. I recommend these guys. So, but like I say, almost anybody that streams will be happy to do summons. We love doing it. We absolutely love to do it. I try to save summons on my main account. I try. Sometimes I do. I'll save up for like a month or two, and I'll have a couple hundred scrolls to go through from a couple TOA resets and just farming and whatnot. But it's hard. It's been hard lately because I want to summon things. I want progression, and I don't want to wait. So I'm torn. It doesn't change your odds. It doesn't increase or decrease your chances at getting a Nat 5 or something good to save by saving. Just obviously the more scrolls that you have, the closer to average you will be. Which is never a bad thing. Becomes somewhat predictable then. But having said that, doesn't always work out according to plan. I've gone well over 30 LD scrolls without getting a single lightning when the average is 1 in 16. And it happens to everybody. It happens to everybody. It'll happen to you. You are not the You're not the exception. You are the rule. That's pretty much the way to look at it. There are exceptions, I guess, of course, but so not too much going on in our guild these days, or any day. I congrats this guy on his Hathor pull, but other than that, yeah, there really hasn't been much going on other than rune power-ups and rankings, and yeah, so is what it is, right? We were actually able to do 3 guild battles last night too. We should hop in this morning and have a look at our guild battles as well, see if there's anything we're able to do in there. Hopefully we can clear this floor 45 and get a few more crystals out of the deal. That would be really nice. Maybe we'll try the second awakened dimensional rift or dimensional hole thingy majig. Try the second awakened dungeon with Roke once, see if we can clear it and get those 120 crystals or whatever they were too. And then maybe we'll get a premium pack for today's summon session video. That'd be cool if we could do that every video. I know we won't be able to necessarily. We won't always have the crystals, the resources, as well as, as you can see, we put a huge dent in our energy stocks this past week. We're only going to continue to do that, I hope, as we're pushing for progression. So we might not pass this. They're not doing a lot. Ooh, now that we're defense broken, that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. I need this Lapis to get 2 turns really quick here. Good. Get that defense break off of her. Alright. We might actually beat this. I think this is the wind one though, so he's giving me some trouble here. Oh, that defense break isn't nice. I don't like it. But we got it. We got the clear on it. Very good. Alright. So I think we might call it here at floor 45, folks. And we'll hop on down. All in all, very good showing. I'm quite happy with that. Let's go have a quick look, see if there's any... Ooh, yeah, we can do some guild battles here. We can definitely do some guild battles here. This Lucian This Lucian is not good for us, though. I want to do this, I think. I think we're going to try this and see how that goes as well. Yeah, this should be okay. We should be able to do this. Big reason why I wanted to awaken the Orochi here is it makes everything so much faster. All right, good. We can do that. This Julie might... Okay, good. She didn't annihilate us with that skill. I was afraid she might. You know, level 50 account, right? They can have very, very good runes, even on these level 35s. So, can we get enough dots? Not quite enough dots to kill, but can we get a glance? Look at that glance. That glance is huge. Absolutely huge for us. Beautiful. All right, so there. We got a +3 down on our Guild Wars. Right on. That's very good. We don't really hit other +3s then, because that's kind of a rude thing to do, right? You don't really want to max out your +3s. Typically, most guilds run with a +6 rule, that these little plus points, the most you can earn is +6. So we've already got 3. Now we could do essentially 3 more. But I'm looking at a lot of these. You know, this one we might have a chance. It's a level 34 account. But they got some pretty strong wind monsters there. And considering that our strength lies in water, I'm not overly keen on giving that a whirl, you know? This guy I think we have a chance on. Again, has some strong wind monsters, but I think we have a chance to perform here. We'll try this out. We're definitely outclassed on the second team. I don't expect the second team to win. This top team I think has a chance, though. Here's hoping. Here's hoping. Okay, can we blow up the Hawaii? If we do that, we get rid of the heal. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is actually a decent looking team right there. This one, ooh, they're a little slower than I thought they might be. Can we get this guy down? Let's buff up. We want to try and get that extra defense there. We're going to need it considering where we're running. And we get the defense break on him, which is huge because he's a defense-based monster. Alright. Let's try and knock him down. He has a passive ability as well, where he will essentially revive when he dies once. However, I don't think he's awakened, so I don't know if he actually has that ability available right now. We will have to see. Okay, okay. Can we get... No, we got the defense break again. We might... They're doing a lot less damage than I thought they would, I'll be honest. Oh, he doesn't have his passive ability. Right on. Right on, right on. Okay. So this Vampire Lord's going to go one more time, kill my Bernard. Almost kill my Bernard. And then he doesn't have a revive on him anymore. And we might actually be able to get him low enough that he dies from dots. I don't trust that he will, so when in doubt, take the kill shot. Don't leave it to chance. If you're 100% confident that they will die from the dots because there's no healer or anything else going before them, and you know for a fact they're going to lose their all their HP, you can let it ride. But if there's any doubt, take the kill shot. Always take the kill shot. Cool. Well, that worked out nice. I wasn't expecting to win that battle. Never mind, only lose one monster. I don't like this just because of how much wind threat they have. They've got a lot of wind threat there. This one as well. They got the Perna and the Teshar. That's gross, man. A level 42 account with a Perna and a Teshar. That is nasty. That is absolutely nasty. And an Anavel. Like, holy doodle. Holy doodle. Alright. We'll try this team. It's too bad we lost our Bernard. We don't have runes on our copper or anything here either. Who do we... We actually stand a much better chance against the top team, so let's put our most powerful comp against them. And we'll just deal from there, I guess. You don't have runes on you either. This is where I really want the Roke, because the Roke would actually probably do some work in here for us. We'll bring him in anyway. But Yeah, that bottom team is, they're not going to win. They're not going to do much of anything here. This top team, I think, actually has a chance. But sometimes it's just the way it goes, right? Can we kill the Chow? Nice. Okay, that was pretty big. That was an easy win. Ooh, wow, we actually outspeed them. That's crazy. There's no point really doing team up because Orochi's stunned. And then, yeah, everything's gonna die. Well, I did better against them than I thought I would, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, cool. So we're up to 179 guild points. That means we can get this guy. Still only midweek, so we have a chance to start earning more points to put towards an Ifrit, which will be really, really beneficial. We also might go after this Water Martial Cat if we don't summon it, because I believe we need that for our Sigmarus fusion here. If we go and look in here quick, yeah, we need the Water Cat as well. We can get these other ones. We can get 2 of them from the event, and hopefully we get the Susano, this guy here, from that stone rotation in 2 weeks, and then we can basically just not have to fuse any of those 4-star monsters to save ourselves a ton of resources. But we were gonna go try 1-dimensional rift, weren't we? Or dimension hole, sorry. There might be some storyline. Okay, we want to do the Ryuk first, so that's him here. So he has to be in the team, but he doesn't have to be the leader. We can try to run this team and see how we do. So the only stipulation for Second Awakening a monster is it has to be in the group and it has to already be awakened in order to do these dungeons. Then you can farm it. He needs to have max skill ups in order to secondary awaken him, but he doesn't need to have the max skill ups in order to participate in the dungeon and gain the secondary awakening experience, which is actually really nice. So while we're waiting to skill him up, which will actually, he'll be done really soon anyway, we can come in here and do this. So now that we know we've got this unlocked, we can do it, right? He only gets 0.3% from stage 1. You get about 0.999% from stage 5 clears. Stage 5 is hard though, right? Like, we're not gonna be able to clear stage 5 on this account. There's no way. So we'll try the next stage. We'll try level 2. Looks like a wind boss. We might be able to clear stage 2. If we can clear stage 2 reliably, awesome. If we can push into stage 3 and clear that, even better. Because it means less energy, less time spent in this dungeon trying to secondary awaken, right? And obviously, if we can put runes on the Ryuk and we 5-star him, he'll actually be a contributing member of the team and not just fodder on the side. So if you can build him while you're doing this secondary awakening, and this goes for any monster you're looking to secondary awaken, unless it's going to be skill ups, in which case you're probably clearing stage 5 anyway and already well beyond this guide. He can actually become a contributing member of the team and do a lot of work and damage help for you depending on which monster you're doing. So very much recommend that. So we're going to be putting runes on Ryuk before the next video here throughout the week, and because you earn only 12 of this dimensional hole energy a day, I do recommend that regardless of which stage you can use at least your 12 energy a day, right? I know that's adding another chore onto the laundry list of things that you want to be trying to do on the daily in this game. And to be honest, there's going to be days where you just can't. If you can do more than 12, that gives you freedom down the road to do less than 12 and still not be sitting at cap. Because when you're sitting at capped energy like we've been sitting at for the last few days, because I wanted to do this on stream, it's wasted energy, right? I've wasted probably a good 36 energy, maybe more, just by waiting to do this on stream, right? Like, that could have been pretty good secondary awakening progress here. Okay, we're not clearing stage 3, guys. We're not clearing stage 3. We're taking way too much damage here, so we're not quite strong. We're not strong enough. We're not there yet. But we can do stage 2. We can burn our 12 energy in there. Well, actually, do strictly to elemental advantage. We might actually have a chance here. I don't know. The crystals, because the crystals typically aren't elemental, they'll be the same color, but they're not actually carrying an element. We'll still do a lot of damage. So, all in all, we can go back. We can do stage 2. Now, one really cool thing that they added when they brought in this dimensional hole stuff is this test. So you can actually put test on and do battles without using any of your dimensional hole energy. So you can test teams. You can team build and theory craft a little bit and try them out without actually wasting your energy if you want. So that is a really cool feature. There's also the forest, which you can also do the test on. This is basically like farming like giants or dragons or necropolis. You get rune drops from them, as well as this is where you get the ancient gems and grinds. So you get ancient runes here, as well as ancient gems and grinds from this, and this is the only way to get any of those things. And really, unless you're able to clear stage 5, it's not worth the time. Spend the energy on the secondary awakening dungeons, and you'll find much better progression overall. So the Warbear and the Inugami is here in the Karzan remains. The Alunia remains has your fairy, which is where we would do Elusia. We will do at some point, as well as the pixies. None of the pixies really stand out to me. There are some good ones, secondary awakening, but nothing is like crazy OP that you need to do now. Your primary focus is going to be Inugamis and probably Martial Cats. Those are the 2 big ones to go after, because a lot of the ones in those families are really good. The werewolves, again, mediocre. Same with the warbears, mediocre. They're more fun toys than monsters to help with progression. So that is that. All right, guys, we're already at an hour-long video here. I want to do some summons. Let's go and get our premium pack and get right into it, because now we've got a good amount of crystals again. So yeah, we have to complete a secondary awakening, and then we get another Devilmon. I'm not going to use my Devilmons on skill ups for secondary awakenings anytime soon. I don't do it on my main account. I'm not going to do it on this one either. Let's go and see what else we have here from this event. So as you can see, I've been getting exclusively the summoning stones thus far. Same here. Why did it say we had something to acquire here? We do not yet. Oh, we need to do just a few more arena battles, 10 more or 7 more arena battles, and then we get another 2 mystical scrolls. What do you say we do that quick? This is gonna be a little bit longer video, guys. We're gonna go do a quick few arena battles here. Get those 2 more mystical scrolls, just because we can, right? We may as well. These will go by pretty quick. I think this is officially going to be our longest episode now. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get something hype out of our summons. We'll have enough summons that we should at least get a couple sparks. Not really expecting an At 5, not really expecting LD sparks. If we get those things, they're bonuses, they're nice. But certainly not an expectation, because I don't want to be disappointed. Do not want to be disappointed. Moral of the story, set your expectations low and you won't get disappointed, right? What are we doing here? Sorry, I just gotta plug in my headset. It is about to die. All right. That's a quick first few down. Just a couple more to go. And I've just been keeping a really low defense because I want to stay low in rank. We did actually push up into the fighter rank, fighter 1, Sunday night. I can't remember if that's where we finished, We can double check and see, but you can push up in rank just by winning your attacks a lot. But I didn't adjust my defense at all, and obviously after a weekly reset you come down a little bit. So see if any of these guys got low B defenses. Probably has really good runes on it. Don't want to waste. What do you think? Let's try it. Let's try it and see. Maybe it's just got default runes on it. I don't know. Oh yeah, we've got better. We got faster anyway. I don't know about tankier, but we got faster. We'll do this for the Cool. That works for me. That works for me. We'll refresh this one more time. Ooh, maybe we shouldn't have come into this battle. That Shimite might wreck us. Alright, so this is our 10th battle. This is good. As you can see in the chat up there that we got the mission complete, so that's nice. Oh, we actually killed the Shimite already. Wow. Who would have thought it would die that fast? Maybe it doesn't have runes. I don't know. That's what it feels like. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Let's go get those scrolls. We'll get the summoning stones. And we'll come down here and we'll get these scrolls. Beautiful. Can't wait to get these re-up stones. They will be banked for now. Let's go and get a premium pack as well. Terrible idea to do with crystals, but you know what? We're doing pretty well right now. We're doing pretty well with things. So, oh, look at that. Look at that. We're already back up to almost 400 crystals, guys. All right. Moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go do some summons. So we got 28 mystical scrolls. So we actually expect, 3 mystical scrolls would be above average, 2 would be below. We got the 3 elementals and the 2 LDs. So let's start with the mystical scrolls. Here's hoping we get some good luck. Okay, Frankenstein. That'll be a good skill up. Amazon. Maybe we'll get a water martial cat here as well that we can start working on for that Sigmarus fusion. Okay. The good news is oh hey, we got a Megan. We already max 3-starred one of these, but she's a very good attack bar booster monster. All right, Inugami, good. We'll need those later on for when we get the Dark Inugami to skill him up and secondary awaken him, because he is an absolutely massive damage dealer. We still okay. We're kind of hurting on the lightnings here, Comtos. What's going on? What's going on? At least give us a water martial cat. Okay, fairy. That'll be good for our Fran skill ups. She definitely needs lots of those to get that cool. Okay, we're 20 some odd scrolls in. What is this? 25 scrolls in now with no lightning come to us. 26 scrolls till we get a lightning. And then you give us a Fire Undying. I don't know about these rates sometimes. I don't know. So the average is 1 in 12 mystical scrolls / elemental scrolls that you get a spark. So, okay. So we got 2 sparks. So we're still below. Ooh, a Fire Kung Fu Girl. Not an amazing monster, but not a bad monster either. And another Giant Warrior. Okay. On to the LDs. I hope we get an LD spark here. Nothing on this first one. What do we get? Light Elven Ranger. Awakened 4-star version. But, that monster that you start the game with. There he is. Okay. No LD sparks. Good to see that we have the same luck on this account. And a light living armor. Not an amazing unit, but again, we keep at least one version of all light LD 3-star and above monsters, right? So same with these 4-stars. They get kept because you never know. You never know. We don't just feed them away because we're too lazy to level stuff up, right? You don't ever do that. Where's that Lucian gone? There he is. Which basically means this one can come out of storage, and he can be... we can finish leveling him up and just use him as food, because... whatever. Some of these other monsters, like this guy, you know, some of these other things here, they're all fusion material monsters that we have been keeping. So it's important to note, you know, which ones we're keeping. Obviously the LDs stay. But if they're in here and they're fusions, that, you know, we don't need to keep multiple copies of them. So this guy is a fusion, so he can, I don't think we have him in here anywhere, right? So he can go in there. This guy's a fusion. He can go in there. So I leveled up a bunch of these things thinking, anticipating that, oh hey, they're probably fusion material monsters, but we probably should just keep them anyway, just in case, right? Like, we keep one of each so that we can basically fuse something when we need to do it. We just have to put in the effort to level them up and whatnot. So all these things we don't need to keep 2 of. Sometimes we will want to keep more than 1 of them, because we'll need more than 1 for certain fusions, but well, not for certain fusion. If we want to do more than 1 of that fusion, we'll need to keep them. But we'll just make sure that, you know, everything in here needs to be in here. And then, okay, so we're gonna go back this way. Probably keep the giant, well, nah. Like I said before, he is used for skill ups, but that's really about it. Okay, so this is good. We've got lots of monsters here that are not. We already got you in there. We got you. This guy needs to go in there. We got that one. That is food. Food. Yeah, food. Do we have this guy? Nope, he can go in. You're not fusion. You're not fusion. Nor are you. So we've got lots of... we might actually have a few complete fusion sets now that we can keep. Okay, you know what? We're going to take this guy out and put this guy in. Just because of what he has available there. Alright, so we're now down to 2 stars. So this guy can go in. She can go in, but we're gonna, whoops, unlock her. So the nice thing is, too, you can tap on this icon and it'll show you what she's material for. So now we'll put that in there. That's good. Fire Imp. No, he needs to go in. Okay. This guy, I think he's already in there. Alright. So that should be good that way. So we've maxed out our storage here. Now it's full again. But anything that's in this side, we can use for food. So we're going to do just that. We're going to get some food going here. We may as well grab our Rainbow Mons. And we've got those 3 Inagamis. So now we can do this guy. And we'll just use any of these guys willy-nilly. Because we know that they are all food. We're not too worried about that. Now we can do this. And this is the nice part about leveling up all these guys to feed to him. Not only does it evolve him to 5-star, but it's all 4 star. We can get a head start on his leveling a little bit here. And now he's going to be... Now we can put runes on him, and he's actually going to be a very helpful participant in those secondary awakening dungeons. This Fire Mystic Witch, did we have one of those in storage? I cannot remember. I don't think we did. We did not. Okay. I'm going to expand this one more time. We're getting pretty low on mana. But we don't want to waste her. And I can't remember... No, these ones aren't used for that. So we can unlock this one. And we'll lock this one, because hey, it's a free awakened monster, right? We don't have to spend those materials, which is nice. So what do we got there? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We do have... I mean, we can take all the runes off of this monster. Which, well... When I say take all the runes off of this monster, I mean we'll just destroy those runes because they're trash. And we'll 5-star something else as well here. Why not? May as well, right? And then we've got a few things. There, how about that? So we should actually be able to do this one now. All right, we just once we level them up, and then we get 2 more max or 5-star level 1 Rainbow Mon. So it'll bring us that really close to 6-starring something. And if we can get them all to 10,000 plus HP, which will be our rune thing, then yeah, then we can get in here and do the seventh floor auto, which we're actually already doing. So yeah, that should help a lot. That should absolutely help us a lot. So we'll probably have to pop an XP booster again here in the near future and go through a few things, but I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now for this account. So yeah, if you guys are enjoying the series, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know in the comments section down below. Helps me out a lot. Hit that subscribe button, really appreciate it, and we will see you all in episode 9. Rock on.